What is up, tea people? Today, some Yabao tea. This is a gift sent over from Anna on Discord. Thank you so much, Anna. Uh, Anna, sorry. Um, and I'm super excited to try this one because this is kind of a new category of tea for me, or not category, but processing style and material. And not necessarily processing style, excuse me. New material. We brought the Yabao on from Yunnan Sourcing on the main channel. I thought it was really fun, interesting. I've given it to a couple different friends, and they've been surprised in a pleasant way about it. That was a white tea, and today I have the white tea version on the left, and then I think a rolled black version on the right. On the packaging, and again, thanks so much. The Anna, the packaging says Sheng Yabao, and then Hong Yabao. So red and then raw. Now, I think in this case, raw does mean white. And yeah, I'm really excited to be digging into this session. And so I'm going to go ahead and switch things up on the camera a little bit here. And with these teas, I will actually preheat our teaware, which I normally don't do because I'm lazy. And yeah, looking forward to this one quite a bit. So I'm going to show the comparison of these teas, but they'll be very evident in terms of the differences. I'm mostly just excited to be talking about specifically, in this case, actually the black tea version of the processing for this. So I'm just going to go ahead and use boiling water here to heat up the gaiwans. And then I will do a little bit of a different steeping for each of them. I'm gonna get the lids heated up a little bit here too. So I will end up brewing the white tea version out for longer than the black tea. The black tea I will probably give more than a flash steep in terms of beats of time, but then probably bring it to a flash steep. We'll see how it performs. Whereas with the white tea, I'm gonna start with it going for about 15 seconds. Hope everyone's doing awesome today. Smell the containers now. So I'm using 4 grams of leaf here for 51 milliliters of gaiwan spaced. And go ahead and start here with the black version. It really still has a lot of the same character and aroma, but kind of a roundedness to it, maybe a little bit of nuttiness. But this, I was kind of describing it as like a eucalyptus sweet note. I'm really noticing it as well. Get in here. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm really enjoying this tea a lot. I'm kind of coveting it and trying not to drink through it, but it's definitely passing the speed test. Ooh, more lychee on this one, a bit higher noted and really perfumey. It's just like tropical fruit starbursts. It's just crazy. Oh man. Okay, I'm mega stoked. So I'm not counting at home, but if you want to at home, you can. And just know that I'm going to go ahead and start the black tea version after the white tea version, and then I'll pull the black tea version earlier as well. I am not going to rinse these teas. And I think that's probably good enough for the black tea one to start. Oh, get in here a bit more. And then the white tea. Okay. Get a little bit of sharper focus on here. Come on. Oh. There it is. Okay. Gonna go ahead and get on the nose on this one. So now on the aroma, it does have much more of that black characteristic. Wow, there is a floral pollen perfuminess on this that is just crazy. Oh my goodness. No, dude. I'm so excited. Wow. Oh, what is that? It's definitely that same eucalyptus thing. Oh, the purple on this is just incredible. Look at the color. Really, just remarkable. What a fun. I'm already having a blast. Yeah, I'm in a good mood and excited to be drinking some good. So you can see the white tea. It's basically effectively clear, and it might be a little bit understeeped as a result, but we'll see. Good in here. Rounder on the jaw high and a little bit and very clean. And then the black tea version. Yeah, you know, both of these have a very clean note to them. And oh, I'm really excited. Let me go and see if I can actually just scoot this out of the way a little bit for everybody and just give you guys a sense of the color of the liqueur here. So unsurprising. And here we go. I think I'm gonna start with the white tea first. Cheers. Thanks again, Anna. Much more herbaceous. Ooh, that eucalyptus is really prevalent. It's that sort of terpene, herbaceous. Um, it's in the family of pine resin flavor, but it's a different character. It really does to me taste like eucalyptus, like a steam room. It's a high noted uh, flavor, but it's resinous. It's really different. Oh man, so good. Yeah, it's like kind of the opposite range of puer, like a raw puer, but so instead of being really low in resinous and deep, it's high in resinous and elevated, crisp. Cheers. Nice. The fruitiness on this is light to start. I'm definitely going to be pushing the next one on the white tea because I know it's going to get really voluptuous and um yeah. Okay. I actually have a sip of water real fast. Okay. Black tea style. Cheers. Wow, I just the aroma on is much fruitier, very much more mid noted. Much deeper. Wow, what a wonderful compliment processing to this material. Um, mm, much bigger range, much more that kind of deep. There, that this one has a bit of the Yunnan black, spicy earth character, but then it comes back to this fruity, sweet top notes. Oh, dude, this is a session is really fun. Um, and yeah, yeah, super cool, very different. Now I'm assuming the key distinction here, um, two, going to be the pan frying and the rolling, whereas the Sheng tea version is going to be purely just picked and dried. So we're gonna get different character on that. Now it could be the case that they didn't completely oxidize this in the pan frying kill green step. I don't know. Incredible. The black tea version has a better mouthfeel, I think, to start. Actually, a bit more depth. Um, yeah, kind of a nuttiness, just much more round. But again, high notes. Oh my gosh, passing the mom test in spades. Both of these teas. You know, the white tea would maybe be less approachable because that really herbaceous character. And again, when I say herbaceous, it's not like it's cilantro or parsley. It's like that again, that kind of like terpene resin thing. So, oh, dude, what a fun session for me. Thank you again, Anna. This is really a treat for me. Okay, so I'm gonna push this one for like, I don't know, I'm gonna kind of hopefully get into like 30 seconds or so in here. And that. And then the black tea, I'm gonna keep it pretty similar. Because the black tea, I think, version I probably could potentially get it a little bitter. I don't know, actually. I'll probably push the next steeping and see how these perform. I'm not really here to evaluate these teas. I'm not feeling like, oh, what's the, you know, what tier is it? No, this is just purely about enjoyment. You know, the only complaint would be that unlike, and this is just an unfair comparison, but unlike pu'er tea, where you don't, you know, you're just not having as much of the lingering power on a teas. These teas, they're a bit shorter in their duration. Not a complaint, just an observation. You know, really classic black tea smells on the aroma, frankly, in my opinion. So, but then it really kind of shows up. And actually, now just sitting here, I am tasting more of the herbaceous character that the white tea has within the black tea. So I'm going to continue to hang out on the white tea here and pour myself this black tea. So perfumey and like pollen perfume, you know, so flowery. Okay. White tea version here. Now I'll know if I got more extraction because it's going to probably just be a little bit darker, and it definitely is from the first steeping. And darker in this case, just a slight hint more yellow. Forget about it. Oh my gosh, dude. So you can see now that there definitely is a lot more saturation of the liqueur. I mean, it's still pretty dang light. You can even see maybe some of the dissolved solids in there, and those are going to be little flavored lasts of the light. So potentially some proteins. So those will add a bit of a kind of an umami flavor potentially, or even a saltiness that I think really complements the tea. It's just like sticking your head in a bouquet of flowers. I'm in heaven. Okay. I'm gonna go white tea, black tea again. Well, no, I'm gonna go black tea this time. Cheers. Oh, and the I'm not zooming in everybody, but the liqueur itself is incredibly clean and it just looks, it's kind of hard to see, but there's some really kind of nice viscosity in there. Salud. Mm. You know, this one brings that black tea character, that basiness front, you know, full up front. There's a kind of, it's like quick, immediate sweetness, deep bass. Maybe more dynamic than the white tea version. Um, I'm just sitting here coming back to the higher fruits, more dark fruits. I think less lychee. Yeah, what a treat! Really fun. Anna, if you're watching and you want to comment below and let us know where we can get this. I'm buying it. Um, what a fun session. And I don't see these teas talked about much. I guess I don't. I guess I don't look at tea content at all. So that's kind of unfair. And sorry everyone who's. Yeah, there's like, um, yeah, I really don't watch too much stuff. There's one channel I've been watching. Someone's just getting started. So I'm gonna have one more sip of water here. Okay, here we go. White tea version. Cheers. Oh yeah, it's thick. Just the aroma is enough on this tea for me. Man, I love these teas that really just kind of challenge what I've been drinking a lot. And not to say that raw puer is getting boring, it's not at all. But this is just such a big change up in a really great way. That's why I think the Gyohiro that I was drinking, the Japanese teas, green teas earlier in the year, just, I don't know, they just struck me and they got me excited about tea in a big way again. And yeah. Okay. Cheers. Deeper. This one is not nearly as fruity as the one that I had from Yunnan Sourcing. It has much more of that um, eucalyptus, and now it's kind of traversing into a much deeper range. It's not bassy, but kind of getting into the mid notes. Just more expansive, taking up more of the experience in the mouth. It's not cooling, but it has that it's I don't know. It's like it's not menthol cooling, but it has kind of that cooling effect on the mouth. Again, I kind of describe that sometimes with certain sages in terms of like herbs, eucalyptus as well. What a treat! Mm. Really resinous. Oh, and then just like it's like that note is like man. Okay, so it's like I can see the flavor move down the register, and then like 3 beats in, it just goes and just gets wide and just like intense. Such yeah. I think I'm in a good. I'm feeling the tea tasting today pretty good. Really fun. Um, yeah, I'm definitely gonna ride this wave. I think for tea today and maybe drink a bit more than I should. But I'm really noticing a lot, and the experience right now is really strong and intense in a really good way. Boiling water again. We're pushing this one. The white tea is gonna hang out for about a minute. Maybe I can get that micro set up here real quick. I have it configured in here anymore. I had to redo that. So okay, never mind. I'm just gonna look at my computer up there. Here we go. So these aren't the kind of teas that I would invite a bitterness to on purpose. You can see a little bit of the saturation has diminished on both actually, in terms of the liqueur. Makes sense. So, and I'm gonna try to get some of the leaves on the Gaiwan lid to get soaked back in here. So a lot of the time when you're moving the tea around, you're really just trying to get those leaves cup. And watch my episode, I think 124, about, oh hey, that did show up. Cool. About, sorry, top right of the screen for anyone who cares. You can see the, oh, okay, I didn't add it to this view. Okay, OBS settings, got it. I'll work on that for next time. Um, Episode 124, I talked about weighing your tea water, and so this steeping, I'm probably using something like 52 to 53 milliliters of water on the right, whereas this one on the left is going to be right at about 50, it looks like, because I'm slightly under the Gaiwan lid here, actually quite a bit under, so probably like 45. Now, again, when you have such a small volume of water, those single milliliters of difference account for quite a large quantity of difference. 1 milliliter is 2%, at a 50 milliliter Gaiwan. So you're off by 2, 3, 4 milliliters. 8% of extra water or 8% decreased water definitely influences the brew. So you'll have more space, if you will, using larger and larger volumes of brewing capacity and larger amounts of tea to, sort of mistakenly eyeball incorrectly. But you can definitely see the lid here. And again, we're pushing this pretty hard. I think the black tea is probably ready at this point. The ongoing flavor on this one is incredible. Did we drink the Yabao together, Sam? Sam, if you're watching this, man, I'm thinking of you. I think you would have a heck of a kick out of this session. And I know I drank this one with James on the main show, and then John, just as a fun session, and sent him some of this. With he was like prying it out of my hands. I'm not at all. I was very happy to give him some. Look at the color on that; it's so beautiful. But absolutely a favorite. Look at the structure of these leaves. Come on, that's so cool to me. Really interesting, very beautiful. The white tea lingering flavors, really incredible. Okay, so that was way longer than 1 minute. And I'm just going off, and actually you can see by the volume of the two chahais. Oops, this turned off. Okay, so definitely different amounts of water as well, pretty noticeable, and that's not perfectly flat, blah blah blah, but you can see. Okay. Yeah, classic black tea flavor. This one is surprisingly unsurprising in its aroma on the nose. I think to really do justice to the character of the material here, I think processing it very lightly, if you can, is the way to go. I wonder how long they rolled the tea. Black tea typically rolled for 1 hour or something like that. And definitely based on the oxidation of the black tea itself. Fairly dark. It's not pitch black by any stretch, but quite a bit darker. Okay, black tea again this time. Yeah. No, white tea this time. Okay. And I'll call it after this one. Bit of a longer session, but man, I'm grooving. Hope everyone else is at home grooving on whatever you're drinking. Hope it's an exciting tea session for you today. And like the cool thing about tea is that it is a subjective experience. It's very personal to you, to what's going on for you today, that day that you're drinking. And so I wish for everybody that building that sort of habit, that ritual that gets you into more of those spaces internally, where you're a bit more attentive, yeah, I hope for everyone that you can develop that practice so that you find yourself in the zone, if you will, for these sessions, because it really just amazing. So, pip pip, cheers. Not bitter, but that resin is just pushing. And a little bit of an astringency, but it just expands again. Just it just envelops. It's not minty. It's not. It's just, but it's that cooling. So the only Yabao that I know of, and there's a ton out there, but the one that I'm going to recommend that I've had is going to be the Yunnan sourcing one. And I would strongly recommend it. I think it was really good. I think it has less of the herbaceousness and terpene eucalyptus. It has it in there, but it has a bit more high fruit, a bit more like kind of the lychee and tropical fruits. It's definitely true on the nose on this one, but maybe in the cup it's a little bit more herbaceous. That's going to be personal preference. I don't think one is better than the other at all. Yeah, definitely kind of interesting to try. And it seems to me, based purely on the look of the leaves, that really it's about material at that point as opposed to processing. Hard to imagine teas like this being so small leaved to take a lot longer from one drying versus another. So it's a white tea, it's picked, it's immediately dried, sun dried or shade dried. And again, small leaves just going to be within the same band of time to dry compared to big wide leaves versus tiny little tips, right? So this material I think is going to be fairly self-similar across in terms of the processing, in terms of the speed at which it is dried as a white tea, which is literally the processing for the white tea. So then the material itself is going to speak a lot about the character of the tea. So I think especially for something like this with the actual leaves being so small themselves, I think the material is really what we're tasting the differences of here today, what I'm tasting. Sorry. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. Really resonant and deep. Now, very interesting for a really unprocessed raw or white tea. Totally crazy. Okay, one more sip of water here. I've said it a million times, but Anna, thank you so much. This has been an absolute blast of 27.5 minutes of time so far. Cheers. Yeah, interesting. I don't know if I love the longer steep time on this. I think what I should have done, doing it over again, is extend the first two steepings a bit more and almost let this last one go. It's lacking a little bit of the viscosity now. It has a lot of the base notes and a little bit of astringency, but lacking a little bit of the high end now as well. It's going to happen with any black tea, but with a black tea like this, where I'm really focusing on the high notes in contrast to the low notes, losing a bit of the high end, it's just a little not dissatisfying, but I just think I'll brew it differently in the future. Go and find a tea like this. Try different stuff. I only drink Sheng Pu'er from 2000 to 2000, whatever. Just try something different. Seriously, I don't know. I think it's worth it. I encourage everyone to experiment. And man, what a fun experiment for me. Shout out to everyone who sent in samples and stuff to try. It is endless, and so none of it's taken for granted. If I haven't filmed the sample, I'm sorry. There's just an endless supply, which is such a privileged thing to say. Sorry, everybody, for sounding like a total jerk here, but yeah. So just making it up here today, just a testament to my specific excitement about this tea. So please go and find something like this. Go to Yunnan Sourcing, go to Discord and see if you can get a hold of Anna. Ask about a tea like this, where you can find something like this. Get in there and give it a shot. Cheers. Yeah. Interestingly enough, I think the white tea actually has more durability compared to the black tea. So probably gonna push that one again and leave the black tea for another time, getting the water reboiled here, and I'll drink that one off camera. Thanks for tuning in. Long one today, but man, a pleasurable one for me. Please subscribe if you haven't yet already. 30 minutes into a video about tea like this, me rambling. What are you doing? Help us get to 10,000 subscribers this year. That'd be really meaningful. If you like the video, feel free to like it. Leave a comment below. Let me know what I should be trying next. What is different that we haven't had on the show yet? And it's like, dude, what are you guys doing? You're not drinking. Let me know. Until next time, peace.